Let's turn our attention back to this country now, and we have an update on the search for two missing children in northeastern Nova Scotia. Police are looking for 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan. The CBC's Tricia Kindleman joins us now with the latest. And Tricia, RCMP held a briefing last hour. What did we learn?
Yeah, unfortunately, still a lot of questions left at this point, Andrew, as the search does continue for that missing brother and sister in Nova Scotia. We did, like you said, we did learn more last hour. Now, that does include plans to scale back the search efforts. At this point, there are about 100 people that are searching a densely wooded area around this family's home in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia. You can see it there. It's about an hour or so outside of Halifax. And now we heard a bit more from investigators on this investigation and sort of how it's been going in these 6 days since these kids were reported missing on Friday. Now, what we understand is the family reported to police early Friday morning, early in the day, around 10 a.m., that the two kids they believed had left the home through a sliding door, which they say is quite silent when it opens and closes. So that's how they believe the children may have left the home. That's what the police have been told. At this point, there has been, again, this ongoing search and rescue operations. Police said they've searched thoroughly 4 kilometers of wooded terrain using GPS and grid searches. But of course, again, with all of these questions that are left on day 6 of this search, questions are starting to circulate around what could have happened to these kids. Could they have met with foul play, unfortunately? Here's what we heard from police when they were asked that question just last hour.
I'm not going to comment on specifics of the investigation. We're going to continue on, and when we get to a point that we've got information that we're able to make any decisions that are able to be public, we'll let you know at that time. But right now, I'm not going to comment on specifics. Based on the experts and the review of the facts, the inclement weather, the time frames, and their age, the likelihood that they're alive right now is very low.
And what we also heard from police last hour was while they have been doing this search and rescue operation, there have been no reported sightings of the siblings. So at this point, they are continuing the search. But again, they do say that they will be scaling it back, Andrew, in the next hour, coming days.
Yeah, I'm sure it is disappointing, upsetting to hear that the likelihood of the children being alive is low. But of course, there is still hope. What does a scaled back search actually mean?
That's right. So they have had a number of search and rescue crews. So that's going to be scaling back in numbers and size. And they have also said that they are going to be focusing in on some areas that they have actually already searched, but they want to go back and do another pass over them. Here's a bit more from one of the other officers involved in the investigation.
We're transitioning from a full-scale search to searches of more specific spaces that have already been searched by our teams. We want to circle back to increase the probability that all clues have been found. And when transitioning from an active search to a scaled-back search, the probability of survival is taken into consideration. I want to assure you that our missing persons investigation continues. We're not packing up, and we're not giving up. Our investigation is broad, and it won't end until we know where Lily and Jack are and can bring them home.
And now they have said, as you heard there, that they will continue to work this file. They have been speaking with the family. They say the family is working with them through the investigation. But at this point, again, there has been no sightings of the children. And it's our understanding that, according to the family, they had been absent in the 2 days prior to them being reported missing. So this situation, the police said, any missing person situation is treated as suspicious. But at this point, they have said that the investigation hasn't really given them an indication one way or another, and that not that they're willing to comment on at this point. So, Andrew, again, a lot of questions remain for a small community that are really, they were hoping for some good news today. Unfortunately, still left with a waiting game at this point.
Tricia, thank you. The CBC's Tricia Kindleman.